Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hayyakum Allah wa bayyakum. I mean, look, yo, I don't know where to start. I'm not really much of a reaction video type of guy, even though it's something that I find very interesting. I think it should be done in moderation. I think it should be done to add value. I think it should be done in a way that doesn't take away from the main dawah. It's like a dessert after a main course. It is like spices on food. It is like salt and pepper, just to tingle things up a little bit. But it shouldn't be the main thing. And as you know, my main thing is alhamdulillah the aqidah classes, the tafsir classes, general lectures. But I couldn't help myself from involving myself in this particular episode from these brothers from Al-Islam Productions. Is that what they're called? Yeah, we'll check them out in a little bit. Those two individuals basically have an issue with Salafiyya. And you can have an issue with Salafiyya, it's not a big deal. But when you want to criticize the da'wah because of individuals, then you have gone far astray. When your criticism against certain individuals within the Da'wah Salafiyya are based on fetching for their mistakes and belittling those individuals, being racist, as we will see from these two lovely brothers over here, racist, lack of manners, ridiculing, everything that they said in the beginning of the video that they will not do, by the way, then you really wonder what in the world is going on and what are we trying to achieve in this video. What are they trying to achieve? All of the videos, or many of the videos from this channel, are against the mashayikh, against Sheikh Muhammad bin Salih bin Uthaymeen rahimahullah. This individual on the left, who is as ignorant as human beings can get, they have no shame in lying against the da'wah in order to justify their Deobandism. Deobandis, like really, like was any of the Sahabis Deobandi, any of the Tabi'een a Deobandi? Like when you're just a Deobandi, that in and of itself is ridiculous. That in and of itself is dalal. That in and of itself is just deviance in its highest order. How are you gonna be called a Deobandi in the first place? Like, what is a Deobandi? Where did y'all come from? What do you believe? What is your aqidah? That's something that we could criticize and call you out for, maybe in other videos. But for now, I want to show you how these individuals behave, and I want to basically, they said that they're trying to give the Salafis a taste of their own medicine, right? Supposedly they wanted to have, like, they have good intentions here, like Shamsi is gonna basically make moves right now and change his approach to things based on their video. They want to give him a taste of their own medicine. All right, buddy, since you like medicine so much, I'm gonna give you a taste of your own. You want to be clown? You want to clown? I show you how clowning is done. I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, but mine is gonna be on a different level than yours. Why? Well, because of the jacket I'm wearing? No. Is it because of the military approach? No. It's because the truth which we fling upon your falsehood is so powerful that you will not be able to block, resist, or stay standing. You will have to crumble and surrender. So, without any further ado, let's check out these two guys. All right, here we go.
My bad brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to Al-Islam Protocol.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm not going to make fun of the accent, even though that is a very, very much open wound. But I'm going to take into consideration my fellow brothers and sisters from the Indo-Pakistani background, from the subcontinent, who may be offended by this. And since I'm not... the racism that you will see later, I'm not going to play on that tone because I'm not, even though this is not a matter of race to begin with. But nevertheless, I'm going to be respectful and not make fun of things that could have been mocked the same way they mocked Shamsi later on for his Arabic pronunciation. He needs to see like a speech whatever expert. Let's see.
Inshallah, in this short video, well, we're gonna try.
Short video, 46 minutes. Yeah, right.
Try to keep it short. We're just going to be looking at some of the mistakes made by Brother Shamsi.
Brother Shamsi, right? So these brothers are gonna tell you the whole time that he doesn't know how to pronounce and he doesn't know how to speak, or he doesn't know A, B, C, but he could be called Shamsi right now. This is fine. Shamsi is the latest name for Brother Shamsi. Yeah? Did you say Shamsi, ya akhi?
From Speaker's Corner.
Yeah.
In some of his videos where he is quoting verses of the Quran without any caution at all. Now the reason why we're doing this is not here to mock him or to mock anybody.
Ya Sheikh, Allah Jazaak al-Khair. Remember those words. Remember those words at the 42nd second. They're not here to mock him or mock anybody. And then they will proceed to mock everything that he is about, from his race to his pronunciation to for them not being able to hold their laughs in mockery. But no, as long as you make a disclaimer, then nothing matters, you know? Like, for example, I can come say, look, I don't mean to insult you here, but you're a worthless dog that just barks all day. And then if you say, hey, did you just call me a worthless dog? I said, no. I said I'm not going to insult you. So why are you insulted? Because supposedly disclaimers in the beginning or introductions, they kind of fix everything that happens afterwards. تفضل يا مولانا Deoband.
Rather, it's to warn him, to give him nasiha, to advise him, and to advise the other brothers who go to Speaker's Corner or any sort of, make any sort of videos, to be cautious when they are reciting the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Inshallah, we'll be cautious. Are you both sitting on an ihram? Is that an ihram that you did use for Umrah and Hajj and then you put it on the chair? No, maybe that's besides the point. The point, though, that people should be careful with the Book of Allah, I will submit and concede and admit. I will agree with them that Brother Shamsi, may Allah forgive us and forgive him, made some major blunders, I would say unforgivable blunders in citing the Book of Allah. And I've said many times, I'm of that position. If you don't know the ayah, don't quote an ayah. Either you know the ayah or don't try to quote the book of Allah, because it's the speech of Allah. Do not experiment. Do not experiment with the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, if you know the ayah and then you made a mistake, subhanallah, this is then normal. Every human being is prone to error. Anybody can make a mistake in the recitation. You could forget a word. That's fine. If you know the ayah yet you make a mistake in citing, it's one thing. When you know that you have parts of the ayah or you have an idea of the ayah and then you still proceed to cite it, then this is something that you need to withhold from. Okay, that applies to any da'iyah out there. Just so we can put it out there, so you won't think that I'm, just on their case.
This is the first point that I wanted to make. That this is not here. We're not here to make fun of him. We're not here to mock him.
No. You will not make fun of him. You will not mock him. We will see, inshallah.
But rather, it's advice more than anything else.
Great. One of the greatest advice you will hear in your entire life. He said it's advice more than anything. You'll hear one of the greatest advice. After this video, Shamsi was keen on calling their Sufi sheikh, according to them, so he could go and learn, take a free. They will give him free lessons. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Wajillah. سيعلمونه كتاب الله لوجه الله ما شاء الله المشايخ الجالسين الجلسة القوية العب أنت ويا العب.
This is the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is the first point that I wanted to make. Second point that I want to make is we need to look at the nature of these mistakes. This isn't small tajweed mistakes where pronunciation that he's made a small minor khafi mistake. No. Rather, these are major mistakes.
Agreed.
Such mistakes where he's totally changed the verse. He's added a word, he's added letters to the Quran, which is a major sin in itself. So these are 2 points that I wanted.
Hey, I'm gonna change the speed. Wait, let me change the speed so you guys will not be bored to death. And maybe it will sound funnier, which is fine right now. Yeah, there you go.
Clear. We don't want somebody thinking to themselves, we're just nitpicking Mawlana. Rather,
they're not nitpicking. They will not nitpick, by the way. You will see throughout the video, there's no nitpicking at all.
I want want to clear the severity of how severe these mistakes are, where Brother Shamsi has totally made his own verse up. So you'll see, inshallah, through the progress of this video, inshallah, where Mawlana will be presenting maybe 9, 10, 11.
Mawlana? Who is the Mawlana here on the side? طيب تفضل يا مولانا.
12, 13 mistakes, and these are just those that we've just sort of come across just by flicking through his videos, not really watching his video in detail. And I can guarantee you that if we were to watch his videos in detail, and if we were to pick out every single mistake, just like Usman bin Farooq, you would have a list of about 100, 200 mistakes. And
so these guys' goal in life is to go through Salafi du'at who call to Salafiyya, maybe with some issues here and there, but nevertheless who call to Salafiyya, and their issue is to highlight their mistakes. Because being Deobandi is not a problem, but making a mistakes as a Salafi is the biggest problem. The question I have for both of you is, which is more important at the end of the day and regarding your salvation? Is it being upon the Aqeedah of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, the real Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, not the one that you claim, and being upon the methodology of the Salaf al-Salih, or someone making sure that they got their tajweed from from a sanad going all the way back to one of the Sahaba or to the Prophet ﷺ? Is that what is important? Is that you guys are happy with your mashayikh, mashallah, tabarakallah, who are able to cite this and cite that? What value is that if it's gonna lead you astray? Just in case you didn't know, say Iblis was pretty knowledgeable. Iblis is pretty knowledgeable. It's not about the accumulation of ilm, because Allah already made fun of these people. كَالْحِمَارِ يَحْمِلُ أَسْفَارًا. It's like a donkey carrying books. And what is the benefit of knowing all these and knowing all these rules and knowing all the makharij al-huruf and being non-Arab but being better than the Arabs, as we will see from them soon? What is the benefit of all that if at the end of the day you call on to a dead man, or you believe in all types of shirk and kufr, and that is part and parcel of your aqidah that you promote and disseminate to the people? Confusion letter Ponting Sanka.
We're talking not minor mistakes, major mistakes.
Major.
Third point that I want to make, and this is a very important point, and that is that these mistakes are related to reciting the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my brothers. This isn't just day-to-day Arabic language,
Mazboot,
where somebody's changed, an Arabic word. He's speaking Urdu, he uses an Arabic word and uses the Urdu pronunciation for it. So this is none of that, because the brother Shamsi, he picked out a few of our mistakes where we were saying wuzu instead of wudu. Now you have to understand that when I was speaking, I think it was Mawlana, one of us too, we weren't speaking in Arabic, we weren't using the Arabic word, we were using the Urdu word.
But even if you were using the Arabic word, you're not.
So the question for both of you is, why don't you use the Arabic word? Why don't you use the Arabic word? If you know the word wudu and the ummah knows the word wudu, why do you have to use the Urdu word? What's the benefit of that? I think you guys should integrate the Arabic language. Just use wudu and salah instead of namaz, and teach the people the proper Arabic language, because we need to connect the ummah with Arabic, not with Urdu.
Reciting a sacred text, a sacred scripture that you have been commanded to recite properly. So, for example, the Pakistanis will refer to Salah as namaz. Even the Ahl Hadith, Indo-Pak ulama, they will have referred to these worships in their own language. For example, the Bangladeshi community, they'll refer to wudu as uzu. Uzu is Sharia. The Sharia has
I'm going to skip some of these things because they just rant for too long, and I love you brothers a little bit, just because you're Muslims. I don't love the deviance that you're upon, but you still get a little love as Muslims. So I'm going to skip the stuff where you guys are just going back and forth and wasting everybody's time, including yours.
Commanded you to pronounce every word in your day-to-day language, with the tajweed. But the Sharia has commanded you to not play around with the Holy Quran. Okay? And
there's no such thing as Holy Quran, Habibi. Both of you, Mr. Deoband 1 and Deoband 2. Why don't you update your system and change the software that you're using and learn that there's no such thing as Holy Quran. You're borrowing a term that the Christian use for their distorted Bible. They have a holy Bible. We don't have a holy Quran. We have a noble Quran. We have a glorious Quran. Allah called it many things in the book of Allah. Described in the Quran, none of them were Al-Kitab al-Muqaddas. We don't have the term Muqaddas. It is holy in a sense. It's the speech of Allah. It is the speech of Allah. So as an adjective to describe it, it is accurate to say that it is holy. However, it is not appropriate to be using that as a proper noun, because you're copying the Christians who have their holy Bible, and the Prophet ﷺ didn't use that term, nor did the Salaf of this ummah use that. And I don't know who's the founder of the Deoband, but I wonder if he used the term Holy Quran as well. Anyways, all of you are wrong. So please stop using the term Holy Quran, because you sound like, you sound like a Christian trying to promote his book, but you're, with an Islamic twist to it.
To not recite it incorrectly and to not fabricate verses from scratch. Yeah, and add words in, take words out.
Yeah, pick
and
your nose,
refer
Habibi.
to verses with words that not a single word actually is in the order. Basically, you're just messing about. So this nasihat, Mawlana, yes, it's a nasihat, but at the same time, because these people have the audacity to police the entire ummah.
So now this is the first shift. This is the first shift. Wait, he realized, wait a second. Are we supposed to maintain our composure for the entire video and not make fun of them? But aren't these people the one who are policing the whole ummah? So wait, now this is the first change of events. Now he's realizing, I'm not going to be able to just give him nasiha. I have to make fun of this guy. Come on now, what are you talking about, Mawlana? So Mawlana number 2 is obviously not happy with the initial introduction of Mawlana number 1. And so, but because they're of the same flock, they're going to fly together, even though they have this minor difference of opinion.
Right. Mawlana, can I just make just before you go on?
They need this taste of their own.
He's like, he wants to make a point. He told him basically, shut up, you're not making any point. I'm going to continue my point first. Great respect, Mawlanas.
Medicine. And then the only thing they've got to come back is, who gives who bothers about this? This is something which is not more important than Aqidah. Your Aqidah is thing. This is just a message to Shamsi. We're already speaking about your Aqidah. Yeah? The similarities between your Aqidah and the Christians is coming to light. So
the similarity between his Aqidah and Christians is coming to light. I wonder how the Salafi Aqidah is similar to the Christians in any way, shape or form. I mean, the only reason why they think so is because they are the actual mujassima. They are the people who cannot seem to understand that there's nothing like Allah. They don't understand laysa kamithlihi shay wa huwa as-sami'ul basir. They insist on likening Allah to His creation, and then after they liken Allah to His creation, they realize that they have to unliken Allah to His creation. And in the effort to unliken Allah to His creation, they wind up denying the names and attributes of Allah, denying what Allah said about Himself, denying what the Prophet ﷺ said about Allah in the Sunnah, denying the Aqidah of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah and the Sahaba and the Tabi'een and Imam Abu Hanifa himself, and they have to go against all of these people to justify their belief system, because they've already likened Allah to His creation. Whereas we Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, we say there's nothing like Allah Azza wa Jal. Everything that He described Himself with, we believe in it without knowing the how, without even being concerned about the how, and so we are fine with that. Anyways, if you're interested more in learning about Aqidah, please attend my weekly class, Al-Aqidah al-Wasitiyya li-Shaykh Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, and then you will understand why these guys are the most clueless to boomers in the UK.
So don't worry about Aqidah, that's getting dealt with. For now, worry about this. Don't try to change the topic.
Don't change the topic,
this is what
Shamsi.
you Madkhalis. Second thing,
Madkhalis.
is, and this I'm challenging the Madkhalis on this.
Allahu Akbar, he's challenging the Madkhalis on this. Wait a second, Ikhwan, we have to be careful, because even though I'm not a Madkhali, I'm sure I'm intended. Because if you're Salafi, you become a Madkhali, even if you're not really on the same page as Shaykh Rabi' al-Madkhali, Hafidhahullah. I mean, I've never followed his opinions regarding Jarh and Ta'deel and those matters. I'm not a blind follower of Shaykh Rabi'. He's one of the scholars of the Ummah, and he has his good and he has his issues, just like every other sheikh out there. I'm not one of those, burnt out pseudo Salafis, but according to them, khalas, Madkhali, because that's a convenient term to use. Obviously, Madkhali is just like a Deobandi in this regard.
And Shamsi, and the other ones as well, including Abu Khadija.
Okay.
These guys that hide behind the PDFs, be men and come on video.
So you hide behind the PDFs, be men, come on video. Here I am, even though you don't probably intend me, but I'm showing you my manhood, and here I am on video. I'm not hiding behind a PDF.
Mawlana, they hide behind these issues of la'n amongst the earlier scholars, and they try to justify that their poor Arabic, extremely poor basic Arabic rules getting broken. That's not the topic of our discussion today. Our discussion is sacred text, Quran, being played about with. But generally, they try to hide back, and they use certain statements of the muhaddithun out of context.
Out of context.
Where if something in hadith has come, right, and has been transmitted, that doesn't seem to be in accordance with Nahwa rules, do you forward that on according to being violated, and then you 3 to 4 books, right?
And even they're like 10 and 15 pages.
Yeah, the Sharh Sunnah. The thing is, look, you can say as much as you want, you're not claiming to be a sheikh, right? Fine, Shamsi, Namsi, whatever you call yourself. But you
Shamsi,
are there at the
Namsi,
front.
we're not here to mock. And we're here to advise. We want to give Brother Shamsi sincere advice. So the first thing is to make fun of his name. Oh, about Shamsi, Namsi, whatever. Okay, very cute, Habibi. Keep going.
You offer durus. You're teaching the deen of Allah.
Yeah.
So you're in a position of authority and teaching the deen. So you're giving da'wah and you're not competent. Even the da'wah you give, you're not competent in that. So you need to
the same individual, Shamsi, he's the same individual who a few years ago was making videos giving nasiha to the Tablighi brothers, like you don't have ilm, you don't have knowledge, and you give advice, and you give you talk about the deen, you invite to the deen. Most important thing, that you do it with caution. Hadith that he had gathered from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Why did he burn them? He burned them for a reason, because he was fearing that he might be transmitting something that
Sayyidina Abdullah bin Mas'ud radiyallahu ta'ala narrate, I think it's in Sunan Ibn Majah.
No, wait.
He burned them for a reason, because he was fearing that he might be transmitting something that
Sayyidina Abdullah bin Mas'ud radiyallahu ta'ala narrate, I think it's in Sunan Ibn Majah.
Abdullah bin Mas'ud radiyallahu anhu. What is that? لا دقيقة يا شيخ، دقيقة، خلي الله يرضى عليك عشان نمسك الموضوع صح. دقيقة يا بابا.
That when he would radiyallahu ta'ala narrate, Sayyidina Abdullah bin Mas'ud radiyallahu ta'ala narrate, I think it's in Sunan.
Abdullah Mas'ud radiyallahu anhu. That's how you say? MashaAllah ya Sheikh. La, because you're gonna clown Shamsi later on for how he's gonna say the words, but this one it's okay. Ibn Mas'ud radiyallahu anhu. That's supposed to be radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. طب ما يا سيد مخارج الحروف ويا سيبويه ويا المتنبي ويا شيخ العرب كلهم انت والعجم وكل شيء بالنص كمان، ما تدينا كمان الكلام الجميل، خلينا نسمع مخارج الحروف صح بدل radiyallahu ta'ala بلا. This is Arabic. No, I'm gonna learn from you inshallah immediately. radiyallahu ta'ala anhu.
Ibn Majah, that when he would narrate hadith, then he'd turn red, he'd begin to sweat, he'd open his top button, and basically he'd be overwhelmed with the thought, what if, a word here and there has been, even though riwayah bil mana is fine according to, and narrating according to the nearest path, the ones who you call dal, mudil, and the misguided, and you probably maybe even refer to them as disbelievers, nothing is unpredictable from you guys. But what do they stand up and say? To the nearest meaning, and then they just quote the mafhum of it. They don't claim to know, and then they don't start quoting verses that are not there.
These are the opposite. They say with conviction, this is a verse of the Quran, and then read the whole verse wrong.
And Mawlana, look now, in Urdu, the Pakistanis generally refer to Uthman as Usman.
Oh yeah.
Usman. So even my own name in English, obviously in Arabic, Ain Tha, in English is spelled as Usman. Our elders, they did not have that much knowledge of tajweed that they're going to start spelling in accordance to the the correct pronunciation. No problem. So if someone refers to me as Usman, or refer to myself, you just said Usman bin Farouk. Now you know what, they'll try to rebut this video with that. Whereas the question is that sinful? But you're playing about with the book of Allah. This is the
What's
point.
so funny يا مولانا? No, دقيقة. انت why are you so happy? انت why do you get so happy? He just had a laugh out of nowhere for no reason.
Standard and benchmark is Sharia.
Sharia.
Of Sharia.
You gotta appreciate the ping pong style though. It's like one guy says a sentence, he ends with a word, then the guy repeats the last word. How are you feeling today? Are you feeling okay? We're gonna go together. This is great. This is bad. No, beautiful. I love it. Keep it coming. You guys should join the Olympics.
Yeah, are you saying wrong? For example, in general speech, in the community, Asian community, you refer to Jumma. Yeah. Now, obviously, it's not correct. Jumu'ah. Yeah. And maybe another qiraat of it as well. Maybe Jumu'ah. Whatever it is. But if someone says, I'm going Jumu'ah, or you just said it, or he's giving Jumu'ah khutbah, they'll try to rebuttal this, where Shamsi is playing with the book of Allah. أَيُلْعَبُ بِكِتَابِ اللَّهِ وَأَنَا بَيْنَ أَظْهُرِكُمْ. The Prophet ﷺ said, when someone issued 3 talaq in one majlis, is the book of Allah being played around with while I'm still amongst you? Now this was being played around with, referred to as being played around with, even though the words of Quran weren't being changed. It was the method of talaq that Quran has set out had not been followed in someone's action, and the Prophet ﷺ is referred to this as playing around with the book of Allah. Imagine concocting a verse from scratch. So Allah, should we get straight into it?
Yalla, let's get straight into it. After 12 minutes and 33 seconds of agony. طيب.
So we'll get on to the clip one.
You guys know how to use a laptop? Wallah, that's impressive. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Wallah, these Deobandis are becoming advanced. 2022. Deobandi with a laptop. I wonder if you have a touchpad or a mouse, or you're just using your finger.
No, but Isa has extra knowledge. Isa, Allah said, وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ وَلَكِنْ رَفَعَهُ اللَّهُ إِلَيْهِ. Allah didn't say that by Yahya. قتلوه وما صلبوه ولكن رفعه الله إليه ولكن رفعه الله إليه ولكن رفعه الله إليه.
Let me ask you a question. Is it halal for you to do this يا تعبان أنت وياه؟ يعني أنت, I don't understand. You're both claiming to be defending the book of Allah. You repeat. Did you have to repeat it 5 times where now the speech of Allah is being repeated in this manner? Is that appropriate? Is this appropriate? I'm going to ask you. Is this appropriate?
No, but Isa has extra knowledge. Isa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ وَلَكِنْ رَفَعَهُ اللَّهُ إِلَيْهِ. Allah didn't say that by Ihya. قتلوه وما صلبوه ولكن رفعه الله إليه ولكن رفعه الله إليه ولكن رفعه الله إليه.
لكن رفعه الله إليه. يا أخي اتق الله أنت وياه. اتقوا الله يا عباد الله. خلاص, you want to highlight the mistake, we can hear it from the first time. You don't have to make him repeat it 5-6 times. You're also playing with the book of Allah. You're not doing any better than Shamsi. Yani if Shamsi is a criminal, then you're a criminal too. At least Shamsi did it out of unintentionally. You're intentionally repeating the mistake 5-6 times. So what? Because you think all of your followers are thick-headed, they're not going to be able to pick up on the first mistake. You have to let them hear it multiple times. Or you both are thick-headed that you can't hear it. You have to make sure. What are you doing? What are you doing? Wait, let me join you. Right? What? Did you hear? What did I do? Oh my, Ya Allah. Ya Allah.
Well, lack of caution. وما قتلوه وما صلبوه ولكن شبه لهم.
مظبوط.
Yeah.
مظبوط.
We're not going to take your.
شمسي, غفر الله لك يا شمسي. والله غلط ما ينبغي يا شيخ. بعدين هذه آيات دعوية. يعني now I'm speaking to brother شمسي. يا أخوي شمسي, أنت يعني واقف بالسبيكرز كورنر وأنت عربي حلو, وهذه آيات دعوة للنصارى يعني منتشرة ومشهورة من لدن. يعني كيف لا تتقنها ولا تحفظها؟ ما يستقيم هذا الكلام والله من جد. مزح على جنب, سيبك من هذول الاثنين الضايعين أهل ديوبند الله يصلحهم ويهديهم. أنت يا أخي كيف ما تعرف هذه الآيات؟ يعني أي أصغر داعية قد حفظ الآيات اللي علاقة بأهل الكتاب والنصارى ودعوتهم إلى الإسلام. حتى ما ينبغي والله, هذه كلامهم صح ترى.
Another thing. Recently, he's doing a reaction because he's trying to psychologically get his fanboys, yeah, and his people.
I didn't know Shamsi had fanboys. طيب.
Prepared for what was coming, yeah. So he said they're gonna, we're not here to take people's mistakes out. You don't need to recite everything. We've got huffaz in our masjid who do all that, and I'm not a teacher of Quran. Well, do you have to be a teacher of Quran to read Quran correctly? And if you're not a teacher, you can make your own verses. And then he said, for example, ghunna. Alhamdu. Now, where is the ghunna in Alhamdu? There is no ghunna there. This is how look how much fun the guy on the left is having. He's actually about to do a deep dive into his entertainment center. That's why he closed his nose. And then this guy is going to say that Shamsi is a docile. Remember the disclaimer of the video. We're not here to mock or make fun of. We're here to give sincere advice. Here's the sincere advice. This brother is brother.
This is how docile this brother is.
What they said, don't refer to him as box heads.
Box head.
But after
don't refer to him as box heads. Now he's going to justify. ما في مشكلة. Call him box head و2 box heads كمان.
Hearing this and the justification of this, what else do you feel like referring to him as? So
he's a box head. He's docile. All of this fun being made for, but no, brothers, they are sincere في سبيل الله.
وما صلبوه ولكن شبه لهم.
عارفين.
He said ولكن رفعه الله إليه.
We know that you know the ayah.
He's quoting it.
Totally added a different word.
Okay, first.
ولكن شبه and ولكن رفعه الله إليه.
Next, totally different. This is one.
Totally different.
ما كان الله سبحانه وتعالى ما كان لمؤمن ولا لمؤمنة إذا قضى الله ورسوله من أمره. إذا Allah gives a legislation, it is a message. No. Before the messenger. ما كان لمؤمن ولا لمؤمنة إذا قضى الله ورسوله من أمره.
ما كان لمؤمن ولا مؤمنة. He said he's adding a li. ما كان لمؤمن ولا لمؤمنة. That's wrong. It's not لمؤمنة. It's ولا مؤمنة.
We know.
And here I've checked out, Mawlana, I've had qira'at experts looking into the qira'at.
Yes.
The various books. If there's any leeway, I would have left it out. That's how Mawlana lenient, even though
no leeway.
He's reciting the general Hafs qira'at.
Ya Allah. No leeway for you, Shamsi.
Yeah, I've had it all checked.
They've done all the study and research. Look how sincere he is, ya akhi. He did a background check for you. He went and asked all the experts, because mashallah, all the experts are at his disposal. He picks up the phone and say, yo. So check out any of the qira'at of the, out there among our mashayikh that have a lam you know, the حرف الجر also لمؤمن ولا مؤمنة is there. If it's حرف الجر, ولا he's going to give you also another breakdown of what kind of لام it is, لام التوكيد ولا ندخل باللغة العربية والقواعد. الشاهد, he asked them, they told them nope, none, non-existent. So no leeway.
ما كان لمؤمن ولا مؤمنة. He's adding لي ولا لمؤمنة. And then أن يكون من.
Where does man come from?
No, okay, he's not reciting that.
He's not reciting,
but why are you putting your extra things in? Just recite the verse and translate it.
Yeah.
Mawlana, it's just an image they're trying to give. We're Arab. It's just this, you know.
Listen now. Look at the race. Look at this ridiculousness, man. These guys are on YouTube. So now they've entered into this brother's intentions and heart, and because he added men, because he had إذا قضى الله ورسوله, and he didn't continue the ayah amran, he said men. For whatever reason he said men. He's asking like who? Basically he's trying to say in his mind, he's saying Allah and his messenger, meaning who are the one who said that, meaning Allah and his messenger, or Allah Azza wa Jal said that. So he added the word men. As a result of that, they're going to enter into his heart where he's thinking, oh, we are Arabs, نحن عرب, Allah نحن أفضل منكم يا عجم يا تعبانين. Listen to this.
Superiority complex.
Yeah. Superiority complex. That Shamsi has a superiority complex. They know Allah gave him access to his heart, and they know that he feels that he is superior to them because he is an Arab. لا ما شاء الله تبارك الله. Deobandis 5 نجوم. فندق 5 نجوم.
We're Arab. We're big. You know, I speak Arabic.
We're Arabs. We're big. You know, I speak Arabic. What do you speak English? I am therefore better than you. All this they deduced from Shamsi.
We know the deen better. You see it?
We know the deen better, and you gotta like the other guy who always completes the sentences.
You see it when you go to Arab countries. You see this. These are Ajam. Whereas, alhamdulillah.
You see this when you go to Arab countries that they know they get treated as they are Ajam. So let's make one thing clear. One thing clear. Are there racist Arabs? Yes. Are there racist white people? Yes. Are there racist black people? Yes. Are there racist Pakistanis? Yes. Are there racist Indians? Yes. Are there racist Bangladeshis? Yes. Every single nation and every single ethnicity has racist people among them. And y'all not any different. You guys are not any different than all these other racist people that you're criticizing. I am against racism tooth and nail, whether it is generated by Arabs or by other people. But I've been almost beat up because I called a Pakistani brother Indian. Many times I've called people, I thought they were Indian but they turn out to be Pakistanis. They get offended. They get genuinely offended when you call a Pakistani Indian and vice versa. So what are you ranting about? Just because you've experienced some form of racism from some Arabs does not mean and does not allow you to paint everybody with the same brush, nor does it allow you to say that Shamsi feels this way about non-Arabs. But this is showing you true colors and the embedded racism and the superiority complex that you have against the Arabs, because you think that you as a Ajami, you are better than Arab, even though supposedly you're not supposed to, and you're about to, blow your own horn.
Remember, we don't need to give examples of the hadith experts like Bukhari. And
we don't need to give examples of the hadith expert like Bukhari. He just gave an example. Just gave an example of the hadith expert Bukhari. We don't need to give an example, but let me do it anyways. Very smart.
Even now, alhamdulillah, there are experts, Mawlana, who in ilm would wipe the floor with who they call Arab ulama.
Yeah. Their scholars will wipe the floor with who they call Arab ulama. يا معفن أنت وياه يا أبو مخ أبو دبابة ونملة في مخك أنت تعبان. What are you saying? What kind of belittlement of scholars is this? You're looking down at all the Arab scholars now who are to you Wahhabis. You're dismissing everybody because of the heritage of your Indo-Pakistani subcontinent scholars. Yeah, racist scumbag is the least I could call you. You have the nerve to be even speaking and criticizing anyone. Ya ma'affin.
Yeah, they're Wahhabi ulama. Yeah, we're talking about experts.
Wahhabi ulama. Sheikh, Wahhabi ulama, they're all ignorant. They don't know anything. Look at the experts from them.
Big non-Arab ulama.
Big non-Arab.
Hadith, they'll give you a lowdown on the hadith, rijal, they'll give you a lowdown on the riwayah, they'll give you a lowdown on the ilal of the hadith, yeah, from the top of their heads.
From the top of their head. They're not from their phones.
And so, we're not here to compete, we're not here to put you down. What we here
all this, you're not here to compete and put us down. What have you left? What have you left from putting down? You've already put down what cannot be put down. You've already competed and showed superiority for your scholars over the Arab ignorant Wahhabi scholars. And after all this, another brushing up to fix the damage, but you cannot. It's irreparable, Habibi. Thank you, but nice try. Thank you for being so courteous and kind.
Yeah, are here for is to give you a taste of your medicine.
Taste of your medicine? Inshallah, you're getting a taste of your own medicine too right now.
That come down to planet Earth, like we told Uthman bin Farouk.
Oh, come down to planet Earth, because right now we're on a different planet. We want to join you, inshallah.
Well, Uthman bin Farouk, right? Come down to planet Earth.
Look at the other guy. Look at this guy on the left. Look what he says as well. Look at the left. Look, guys.
And stop trying to.
No, you gotta see this again.
Uthman bin Farouk.
Look.
Right? Come down to planet Earth.
I thought Uthman Farouk, the other guy's like, it's like a little kid in a kindergarten or some dude from a horror movie. Allah yakhrab bayt al-habal.
And stop trying to police others. You've got an issue. Sometimes you're on the back of, Muhammad Hijab, trying to pull him down. Sometimes you're going to brother.
Oh, it's interesting that they're friends with Muhammad Hijab. They're. I saw that they were on Muhammad Hijab's side for the most part. That's quite interesting.
Daniel Haqiqa Joe,
Haqiqa Chow.
Just do your stuff.
Don't talk about Muhammad Hijab. Don't talk about Danielle. Just do your
If you
stuff.
want to do da'wah, alhamdulillah, someone embraces kalima because of you, very good. May Allah increase you in it. But don't try to police the entire ummah and make it look like it's your way or the highway. And this is what you guys, you Wahhabiyya, are about. And like Bro Haji is opening you guys open, you don't like it. This is all inherited from the my way or highway attitude from back then, where entire regions were looted, killed, massacred.
Look who's talking about my way or highway. The Deobandi way is the my way or highway.
Yeah. Astaghfirullah, some of the things, some of the things are new to me. The books of history that he's opening up. So Allah, protect us from
Now, Brother Haji also now became, he's getting the support. Anybody who attacks Salafiyya and Wahhabiyya, they're going to give him 2 thumbs up. So if Muhammad Hijab in some of his videos and some of his posts, it seemed as though he's, against, or no, not even it seemed. He was actually speaking against Muhammad Abdul-Wahhab. Now they're going to cheer for him. Daniel obviously is on that takfiri note. They're gonna cheer for him. Brother Haji, needless to say, is all about criticizing the Salafiyya and Wahhabiyya. Of course, they're going to cheer for him. Very genuine and sincere people. You gotta love them. What a couple.
this fitna.
لا مواجه This is مواجه أنصار. The next verse explain is the people of Medina, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala next verse mention والذين حولهم من المدينة, those who are surrounded by Medina. So it's talking about مواجه أنصار of Medina.
Anyone Medina city.
No, sister, now you are making up your own things. Are you going to make up your own Quran soon? والذين حولهم من المدينة, those who are surrounded by Medina. So والذين حولهم من المدينة, والذين حولهم من المدينة, والذين حولهم من المدينة, والذين حولهم من المدينة, والذين حولهم من.
Allah يخرب بيت الهبل. 6 times, 7 times يا أستاذ, يا مولانا الشيخ. Now in slow motion, in case you just didn't get the regular speed.
والسابقون الأولون من المهاجرين والأنصار. Okay, and he says the next verse. What's the next verse? وممن حولكم من الأعراب منافقون. وممن, even if you missed all ones out, وممن حولكم من الأعراب منافقون ومن أهل المدينة مردوا على النفاق. Okay, what is he saying? Totally made his own verse.
مظبوط.
والذين حوله من المدينة.
Where is that in the Quran?
It's nowhere in the Quran.
والذين حوله من المدينة.
Look, this is what I want to invite this brother towards. Dawah man has gone on a retirement. Yeah, for whatever time, may Allah give him beneficial knowledge and realization.
MashaAllah.
He used to at one time stand on street corners, bijara, screaming Ayatul Kursi, try to take demons out of people. Yeah.
Yeah, watch the mockery. They haven't left anyone that is calling to Salafiyya that they haven't mocked. So now they're both gonna make fun of Dawah man for reciting Ayatul Kursi to get demons out of people. Listen, look at these guys.
Ruqya. These guys are overzealous. This is what I'm shocked about. Brother Abu Usama will sit there calling me or calling you, Deobandis that jump up and down. Forget the word Deobandi. How often do we use that? Leave that.
It's not about how often you use the word Deobandi. The fact that you're Deobandi is the epitome of patheticness.
Yeah. But for now, because this sectarian is coming from them, when they refer to other people with the names, right? What about these guys that jump up and down? How often do you see Brother Abu Usama coming out and saying, Dawah man, sort yourself out?
Yeah.
You're too hyper. Ours is reactionary, and we've said it. Why?
Yeah.
Because we've been getting calls from throughout UK. Imams are being abused. Muqtadis are being abused. This is where we need Brother Abu Usama speaking about this kind of thing. So, like Dawah man's gone away, I think Shamsi, you need to go away and learn. I know you've been reading.
Then why don't you both go away and learn as well? It will be great.
The PDFs of Abu Iyad, yeah, and you call him your ustad, but you can't learn deen just from a PDF. Do you understand? Go away, maybe move in with Abu Iyad or to his local masjid, right? Take your camping gear, camp out in his masjid.
Camp out in masjid. By the way, the sense of humor is next level, mashallah, tabarakallah. You would be a wonderful comedian. It's just I'm having a hard time laughing.
Actually take classes with Abu Iyad. Maybe go to Wright Street in Birmingham, learn Abu Khadija, right? And then continue your dawah. And if you want to continue your dawah without that, then you know what? Keep this short. come down to planet Earth, get your recitation corrected, yeah? Maybe go to, for now, just for, because it's a need, maybe go to a Sufi saint, yeah, and he can help you reform your heart and clean it out.
Go to a Sufi saint so he can help you reform your heart and clean it out. Yes, because you don't invite people to the Quran and the Sunnah, you invite them to Sufi saints who will help them clean out their hearts and purify it. MashaAllah. No, certainly you're reliable and we should learn Islam from you.
You need it, and then afterwards call him mushrik and walk off, yeah, once you've cleaned it. This is the type of people you are. So this is why we're giving you this treatment.
That's why you give him this treatment, because you're a genuine, sincere brother and you're absolutely lovely.
You claim that everybody else in the Ummah is wrong. Someone mentioned a beautiful point. They said, could you imagine a khilafat run by these guys? Won't that be chaos?
There'd be chaos.
Well, there'd be no one left.
I mean, just look at what Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab.
If the khilafah was run by us, it would be chaos. But if it was run by you, it would be absolutely wonderful. MashaAllah, tabarakallah.
That's what will be going on.
Next, so let's read on. In the first one, وَلَكِنْ رَفَعَهُ اللَّهُ إِلَيْهِ. He's made his own word.
Anyway.
Aside from people making genuine mistakes, there are people that make mistakes. You can look how videos who make mistakes.
You'll get one or two here and there from anyone.
Yeah.
The biggest man on earth, it doesn't matter how knowledgeable he is, you'll get a mistake from him. We're not talking about that. What we're talking about is this, mistake after mistake.
No, and then justifying it and saying the Salaf would overlook and how precise they were to the best of their ability.
Good.
They lie
because they lie upon the Salaf. These people are known to lie upon Salaf.
Okay.
Relying upon the Salaf. Yeah, and if anybody lies upon the Salaf, it's all these deviant groups that exist today.
Yeah. This example now is the one where he's actually looking inside and reciting.
في سبيل الله من الذين أنفقوا من بعد وقاتلوا وما لكم ألا تنفقوا في سبيل الله ولله ميراث السماوات والأرض لا يستوي منكم من أنفق قبلكم من أنفق قبلكم من أنفق.
Our cameraman and editor is a Hafiz of the Holy Quran. He's laughing.
Alhamdulillah.
Anyone that knows the verses, right?
Even the cameraman is laughing. MashaAllah, tabarakallah.
He's recited it wrong. Now he's reciting from the phone.
Hey.
Yeah. La yastawi.
So they're picking on him. The guy obviously is in a park with, which I disagree with, by the way. This whole Da'wah corner or whatever that place is called, Hyde Park. This whole thing is nothing but a gimmick and a joke. And it's a place where all types of nonsense takes place, whether unqualified du'a to give a da'wah or debating with people and screaming and fighting and misrepresenting Islam, which is something that I've discussed in previous talks. But the irony of all this is that the person at the end of the day is under some severe pressure. He's wearing sunglasses, I think. He's trying to read from the phone. He missed harf. He missed harf al-jar. And then all this big fuss is being made. Right? And when you're under pressure, it's not the same as when you're sitting at the comfort of your own home, like the both of you sitting on ihram, you're sitting on doing this talk.
For now, minkum man anfaqa min qabli al-fathi. He's saying qabla al-fathi. He's just slaughtered them in.
Sliced them enough.
He sliced them in out of Quran. It's there in front of him. Now if you tell him, he'll say, the Salaf didn't pay attention to recitation. So what did they pay attention to? Without the words of Quran, there is no meanings. The words need to be corrected. Then the meanings. So once again, sort yourself out. And Mawlana, they are Salafis,
Again, here we go again.
When I went to Morocco, I met some Salafi brothers there.
MashaAllah.
And actually had some nice conversations with them, had some discussions with them on their mode of learning. So they've got an idara called Darul Quran, I think, where one of their sheikhs, I think he has a problem with the awqaf and the government in Morocco. So I think he's called Sheikh Mighrawi. He's a senior age sheikh. He's one of the senior shuyukh. He's Salafi. I think the other Salafi groups have an issue with him as well, but that's normal for them. They've split up into so many groups themselves. Anyway, so that sheikh that I went to see, his concentration and expertise was mainly Quran and recitation. So he asked me to recite. I recited, alhamdulillah. He said, mutqin. Fine. I personally don't think I'm mutqin, but either way, he said,
why not use this opportunity to praise myself and let you know what a mutqin I am? And even though I'm such a humble person, I don't even give myself the level of mutqin, but the sheikh, even a Salafi sheikh, insisted that I am a mutqin. Taib, we're going to call you Mr. Mutqin from now on. Mashi?
So I said, this is alhamdulillah the barakah, we ajam, and the barakah of our senior shuyukh and things.
Barakah of our senior shuyukh.
And I'm probably the poorest reciter from amongst our circles.
Definitely you
alhamdulillah, beautiful recitations. Right? Recently, obviously I did on my own accord, but I uploaded Mawlana's recitation. I'm not saying he's mutqin, but mashallah, he recites beautiful Quran. And we uploaded that because they were taking his mistakes of how he pronounced the word ablution. And he's not even reciting the Holy Quran. Anyway, so there are Salafi brothers, Mawlana, that recite. I mean, I've listened to a few recitations of Brother Abu Taymiyyah. Alhamdulillah, beautiful. I think even Abdul Rahman Hassan, they recite well. So follow their footsteps.
Good.
I think you probably got an issue with them as well, because you have an issue.
I agree.
You have an
Uthman
issue
bin
with
Farouk
everyone.
and Shamsi both need to fix their recitation of the Quran.
Like, just sort yourself out.
Just stop laughing though.
Okay. and come off this whole thing of our way or the highway, Sheikh Rabi' al-Madkhali is not going to help you on the day of judgment, bro.
MashaAllah, they're talking about Sheikh Rabi'. They're using Sufi, because the Sufis are the ones, will tell you that their Sheikh is going to help them in the question in the grave. Now they're using tactics against us, right? So now they're going to say Sheikh Rabi' is not going to help you. I don't think any Salafi on earth believes that Sheikh Rabi' is going to help him in Yawm al-Qiyamah. But anyways, just let them enjoy the ride.
Yeah. It's between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
MashaAllah, they're teaching us Aqidah. Look, we're learning Aqidah from Deobandis. Yeah, those people that are immersed in shirk. Bravo.
That will help you as well. Okay? So this whole thing of test them with the Rabi', no. Test them with correct Quranic recitation.
Yeah.
Hey, don't test them with Rabi', test them with Quranic recitation.
وإذا دعي الله وحده اشمأزت وإذا دعي الله وحده اشمأزت وإذا دعي الله
Astaghfirullah. MashaAllah, they're doing istighfar even though he made the mistake. You see the level of iman? This is the epitome of iman. When a brother makes a mistake and you do istighfar on their behalf.
إذا ذكر الله وحده اشمأزت.
He's not dhukira.
He's changed وإذا ذكر الله. He's changed that ذكر to du'ya.
Okay.
How you do that? Don't you?
Yeah. And وحده اشمأزت. Yeah. وحده اشمأزت. He's saying وحده اشمأزت. He's starting the word with a sakin.
Look how funny it is.
Yeah. Mullah, where? Which desert have they pulled this guy from? He's from Ajib Buddu, Mullah.
Which desert? Look at the mockery, huh?
He's Badawi. Where have they got him from? And he's there doing dawah in Speaker's Corner.
Where's Badawi? This Badawi, where did they come from? He's giving da'wah in Speaker's Corner. La anta, you should go there with your heavy accent and give us the proper teaching. MashaAllah alaik.
وحده اشمأزت. See, if you're going to say, look,
play that again.
Okay.
That's how excited they are about it.
If you're going to say ishma'azzat, if you're first of all, if you're going to say wahdahu, that's fine, okay, because you're splitting the words.
Blah, blah, blah.
Where's this from?
Mistake.
Why are you making riwayah bil ma'na with the Holy Quran?
It's wrong.
But you're policing others. Just like Uthman bin Farouk came to the UK and he's there taking mistakes out of Imam Bayhaqi, Ibn Hajar and Nawawi. So this is why you guys need to be put in your place.
Yeah. You didn't put anyone in their place, by the way, because really no one cares. I'm the only one who's giving you attention because I thought you guys were hilarious clowns. And that's why I'm giving you part of my day for entertainment purposes strictly. Otherwise, no one cares what you think. Right? So, yeah.
You can barely recite this, Mawlana. This sounds like a sign of their judgment.
Yeah. It's a sign of their judgment, mashallah. We have a new alama from alamat al-qiyamah according to the Mawlana Deobandis.
Is it this? Is that? We live. Look, Allah juduli ma khalaqtu bi yaday.
Day without any words. Yeah. Allah tasjudu lima khalaqtu bi yaday.
Split again.
Is it what we say?
If you want to go on to words, you can't even speak properly.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, you need speech therapy.
Yeah.
He needs speech therapy. And you don't need, look, you need not speech therapy. You need 13 speech therapists just to understand what planet you came from. You and this, Ya akhi, don't let me begin. Ya akhi, believe me, you're better off. I don't get on your case. What I said earlier was enough. Yani, please have mercy on yourself. It's enough what you've done to the English language, let alone the Arabic language, let alone other things.
You need to go to speech therapist. Ash'ira, Mullah, he said, Ash'ira. And this guy, he actually thinks he's saying Shia. Look, Mullah, look. Watch this.
Look at this guy.
Is that true?
Some Shia hold this position. Some Ash'ira hold this position. It depends what's
No, why is that guy? Yeah, I don't know. I think he's a Shia. Yeah, that guy. That sly guy who's been coming to the park and slamming Sayyidina Muawiyah radiyallahu anhu. And he said, Ash'ira. And he thought he's saying Shia. And then he has to correct him and say, no, Ash'ira. So, get speech therapy. Slow your speaking down.
Get speech therapy.
Relax yourself. Yeah. And I hope Brother Abu Sama comes out and give this guy some advices as well, because he's overzealous and hyper, right? Rather than just giving your advices to one set of people. Anyway, moving on. Without any. It's in the Bab of Sahih al-Bukhari as well, right? Towards the end.
I'm gonna skip a lot of this nonsense, guys.
Kitab al-Tawheed right at the end. You know, وَنَضَعُ الْمَوَازِينَ الْقِسْطَ. He starts off by saying وَتَضَعُ, and then he quickly amends it. He's looking in. Then he realizes it's a noon, it's not تضع, it's نضع. Yeah? وَنَضَعُ الْمَوَازِينَ الْقِسْطَ. He's looking in the book. وَنَضَعُ الْمَوَازِينَ الْقِسْطِ. What are you reading? What are you doing?
Very sad. Very sad, Mawlana.
Very sad,
Seriously,
Mawlana.
Seriously.
Okay,
You
that's
gotta love the fact that they call each other's Mawlana.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 done.
8.
7 done. Now 8.
Now 8.
آمن الرسول بما أنزل عليه رسول بما أنزل عليه والمؤمن.
Going forward like a tractor. آمن الرسول بما أنزل عليه, and then I have to correct him, the people around. Fine, you've been corrected. But look, this is a common verse. You know, it's something you should be reciting on Anaika Fatahu. They take care of you.
I agree. Wallahi, these mistakes are horrible. Nevertheless, in fairness, the guy is doing this extemporaneously, impromptu, in front of a big crowd. Being someone who addressed a big crowd in the past, I can understand how those things could happen. Still, I would say Shamsi has to be more careful. But this is just cheap shots. You said you were not going to nitpick. Yeah, you're nitpicking and more. Okay, the other ayat where he completely changed the word or whatever, that's fine. This is just being silly though.
These verses suffice you.
They'll be sufficient.
Yeah, they'll be sufficient for you. And yeah, I think my dad's memorized this.
My mother's deaf.
He's belittling his dad. Like, your dad, is something's wrong with your dad for you to say even your dad memorized this?
Definitely memorized it.
Yeah, it's like Ayatul Kursi, you know, they've got virtues to them. So, what are you reading? Alayhi.
Wait, Ayatul Kursi? That's not Ayatul Kursi.
My mother's definitely memorized it.
Yeah, it's like Ayatul Kursi, you know, they've got virtues to them. So,
maybe he means
what
like
are you
the end of
reading?
Surah Al-Baqarah.
Alayhi.
طيب.
نفرق بين أحد من رسله ملائكته وكتبه ورسله واليوم الآخر.
واليوم الآخر. Yeah.
You know, الآخر.
واليوم الآخر.
What are you doing?
He thought he's reading Imani Mujmal and Imani Mufassal. Even when they make you recite Al Maktab.
Astaghfirullah.
Yeah.
So this is this guy's lack of precaution.
Yeah.
He just puts anything anyway.
صح.
And then he'll say the Salaf were fine. They never used to go into this. Of course they used to go into
Seriously,
this.
Shamsi, if you're watching, you'll probably definitely be watching this. Shamsi,
How do you know that he's watching this? Maybe he doesn't care what you guys think.
you need to sort yourself out, brother, man. You
And you need to sort yourself out too, Habibi. Both of you, barakallah
need
feekum.
to really sort yourself out. You know, if it was 1 or 2 mistakes, 3 mistakes, 4 mistakes, this is just something, like I said in the beginning, we flicked through your videos and this is what we've come across. And we didn't want to go any further than this. Only to sort of, you know, keep your respect and not get hundreds.
They wanted to keep respect. This is respect. You've called him Bedouin and imbecile and what is it? Docile. I forgot what else you've called him. MashaAllah, tabarakallah.
And hundreds like we had against Uthman bin Farooq. And even that, to save his respect against Christians, we let it go.
So you guys are so
But
kind.
we're just giving you a taster here of what you are doing and how you need to change this.
And we could give you the same thing all day. Believe me, if I go through your channel, I will dissect you and your videos and make you a laughing stock. Is that what you want? Because everybody can do this to everybody else. And you don't fix the wrong with wrong. If you think this is the right methodology to correct Brother Shamsi, then you both are wrong. Because the same can be done to you. Except that you're a useless channel with useless individuals and nobody really cares what you have to say. That's why you guys just rant on and on and on. You should thank me, by the way, for giving you some attention.
Seriously, we might have laughed through the video, Mawlana. We might have had a little giggle here and there.
We might have laughed. We might have had a little giggle here and there.
That's obvious we're going to do that.
That's obvious we're going to do that. In the beginning of the video, you said you're not going to do that. Yeah, I'm not going to call you a liar. But that's a lie.
Because we find this
You know you could have edited the video.
absolutely hilarious.
Hilarious. And you guys are hilarious.
You go to a local maktab, a local madrasa, where there's 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds, these 8, 9, 10-year-olds, they're becoming hafiz of Quran. They will have a good laugh at you.
Yeah. They because they teach children and young huffaz of the Quran, they teach them to make fun of people, by the way. That's why they will have a good laugh as well. Maybe that's why you teach them as Deobandis.
And you being in the position you're in, you can't afford to be making mistakes like this.
Yeah.
So like I said, brother, if it was 1 or 2, we'd let it slide.
Yani because you're not supposed to be, ya Shamsi, you cannot be the policing the entire ummah, but they can police you. Yani if it was 2-3 mistakes, they would have let it slide. But you've gone beyond the threshold. You crossed the threshold of permittance and allowance, which would have kept you off their channel, but now you have violated it by going overboard. You've passed the number of mistakes allowed, and therefore they can police you now all they want. But Shamsi, you cannot police anybody. Salafi, you're not allowed to police. Deobandi, police all day. Police FBI kaman.
But this many in the park, whilst you're doing dawah, whilst despite having a facility.
The phone is a facility.
In two of them, he's looking in.
Yeah,
One is
Looking in, meaning I guess reading from the phone. I didn't know. Looking in.
looking in the book. The other one is looking in the phone.
But even then, let's let it slide.
Oh, you let it slide, Jazakallah khair.
I mean, you can open, but the
almost
verse where
broke
he
his
said,
phone.
وَالَّذِينَ حَوْلَهُ مِنَ الْمَدِينَةِ made a full verse up. يَهُمْ وَلَكِنْ رَفَعَ.
They're going to repeat the mistakes again.
I think that we're quoting from
mention is that in Surah about the riba that يتخبطه
the understanding of which is this. Okay.
I'm going to go. Wait.
In order for yourself to sort it out. I am really sorry. I'm going to apologize. I laughed, but
Thank you for your apology. You could have edited the video and cut through the chase. So this is also another lie. Because if you really were apologetic, if you really regretted, this video could have been edited. You could have removed those ridiculous looking laughters that you spat out throughout the video. You're obviously not that apologetic, ya Mawlana Sheikh. ولا تلعب معانا يا حبيبي.
you need to understand this needs to definitely get sorted out. And like I said at the beginning, okay, we've had a little laugh and a joke here and there.
How guilty do you feel about this laugh and joke here and there? You feel very guilty, it seems.
But our intention, Allah knows, is nasiha and advice.
Allah knows that their intention is nasiha. How do you claim that you? For example, I'm gonna be sincere. I don't intend to give you nasiha. I am here to clown you. How are you going to clown people and claim that Allah knows your intention that is nasiha? What kind of ridiculous lie is this? Can you imagine you see someone committing a sin and then you make fun of them and you tell them, Wallahi, my intention when I made fun of you was only to give you nasiha so you could stop? What kind of ludicrousness is this, ya Mawlana Sheikh? Yeah, Sheikh Deoband number 2, come on, man.
That's our main objective. And obviously after that, to bring you back into
he just remembered there's another intention after the first intention.
Your own place. And
bring you back to your own place.
Jumping up and down. That look, you're not the
Shamsi, stop jumping up and down.
The end of all of ilm and in knowledge and in dawah.
You're nobody, Shamsi.
And don't think that, it's my way or the highway.
They love this statement. I think they just had read it from a book just before this video, and they made it a point to repeat it the entire video. My way or the highway. My way or the highway. I didn't know. Is that an English? Is that an American expression or a British expression? Are the Brits borrowing American proverbs and idiomatic expressions, or what's going on here?
Yeah. Just come back down to earth. Sort your recitation out. Be a bit more cautious in your recitation. You've got a phone. Take a Quran copy with you, whatever.
Yeah.
They actually defend and justify doing this.
This is the problem.
Did you know this?
Yeah.
So if it's
how do you make a video long? By repeating the same thing 15 times. How many times have they had this conversation amongst each other?
Someone who genuinely makes a mistake, they're sincere, they're not there to police the entire ummah. Yeah, and by the way, brothers, there's an entire channel
blah
on these guys and their policing methods by brother.
He's promoting Brother Muhammad Hijab's SP files. How amazing is that? What kind of lovely collaboration, and what has the world come to? Allahu Akbar.
Hijab SP files or something is called. So
he has it memorized very well, but he has to add or something to make it seem as though he really doesn't know the channel. He's not really sure about the channel. Allahu Alam. That's just me reading into it. I really don't follow it, even though he probably has memorized the videos on there.
To know their reality and to know these madakhila and their reality.
Madakhila. So this is where a lot of brothers are oppressed on that particular channel, but that's besides the point.
And how they've been policing, because the whole objective of what we're doing is to bring these guys back to planet Earth.
So basically, these two are astronauts. The two Deobandi astronauts were given a mission to bring all the Madkhalis back to planet Earth. So it seems as though the Madkhalis have left Earth and they have traveled onto other planets. They've gone missing. The world panicked and they thought that it would come to an end unless the Salafis returned to bring back order to mankind. And so it was the Deobandis' mission to become astronauts, get on shuttles and spaceships and fly out into outer space to find and capture those Salafis and Madkhalis and bring them back to planet Earth. Oh my gosh, you guys are great.
Yeah. Who act like that's it. Quran and Sunnah is just as everybody else is deviant. We've got one Shaykh, he's called Rabi' al-Madkhali. He's the Imam al-Jarhi wa Ta'dil. And this Imam al-Jarhi wa Ta'dil is such that you test people with him. You test them with Rabi'. If they find with Rabi' and they're in accordance to think, I mean, what kind of standard is this?
Yeah.
You test people in the deen of Allah using an infallible man.
Yeah, you're going to repeat the same thing.
And may Allah, just like for brothers like Abu Usama that keep saying, teach beneficial knowledge.
They're still stuck on Abu Usama.
How do you know we don't?
Sheikh Abu Usama, how do you know that they don't teach beneficial knowledge? How do you know they don't?
Yeah. How do you know we don't?
How do you know they don't?
How do you know who we're teaching and what we're teaching?
How do you know, Sheikh, who they're teaching and where they're teaching? How do you know?
Where we're teaching.
Where? Do you know where they're teaching? How do you know where they're teaching, Sheikh?
And where we're doing da'wah.
And where were they giving da'wah? How do you know where we're giving da'wah, Sheikh? Sheikh, because you need a speech therapist. Shamsi needs a speech therapist. He doesn't need anything. Where were we giving da'wah?
So just because something's not online, our reactions are online, fine.
Some things are not online, our reactions are online, fine.
So we'd like to see reactions to this and to these people from within the Salafis that are claiming to be balanced.
Yeah.
And not only us.
Not only.
Right? And inshallah I think this will serve the purpose that we're doing it for.
Yeah.
So Brother Shamsi, inshallah, who knows, maybe we might meet in Speaker's Corner and we can have a coffee together.
After all this, they want to meet him in the Speaker's Corner and have a coffee together. If anything, you should get a cup of coffee and dump it on both of your heads. Yeah, ta'ban anta wa iya. After all this, the destruction and humiliation and insults and mockery, you want him to go have a cup of coffee with you? Allah al-Azim, the two of you, Aslan, you don't even drink coffee. That you should be the two Halwa-Eating Mawlanas. The two Halwa-Eating Mawlanas, you could see it on their face. You could see the halwa left over on their face. You should be drinking your shay bil halib. You should not be drinking any coffee. Coffee is not fit for individuals that look like you. Deobandis shouldn't be drinking coffee. That's just my opinion. Coffee is just too cool. The way you guys are, this behavior, this mentality, this takhalluf, the state of takhalluf that you're in, the state of being a Deobandi and then having the audacity to make fun of people that follow the way of the Salaf makes you the least cool individuals on planet Earth and the least qualified to be speaking about anyone and surely not worthy of a cup of cappuccino. Stick to your shy. Bye. واحد انت وياه من هون يلا بكفي عليكم شو هالشباب الطيبين هدول السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته